Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, just like he always is, it's the whiskey mutant himself. It's Eric Smith.
I'm stuck in the game.
Oh, no, not again.
Get him out. Get
I
him
don't know how
out.
to work the body.
I don't know why I decided to start the intro with that, but that's just the kind of mood I'm in.
It's fine. I was watching a bunch of I Think You Should Leave clips earlier, too.
Yeah, that's why when I pulled up and we started doing that little bit out in the parking lot, it was very, I think you should leave type stuff.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm better than fine. I'm feeling really good. I'm operating at what I feel like is 50% higher capacity.
69%.
69%. Dang it, you're right. Should have gone with a better, funnier number. Why didn't I do that?
Because I'm the guy that knows that one. That's my thing. It's just kind of my thing. 69ing.
You're right.
So it's fine.
If you want to see him 69 more, though, you can follow him on social media. Did you see how bobbed and weaved there?
I was going to say, what kind of tier have you added to the Patreon?
Nothing. No, that's for you to do.
If you want to do God tier status on patreon.com, you can go there and follow the show at My Bourbon Podcast.
Yeah.
For as little as $1 a month, though, you can support the show. But at $5, you get all that bonus stuff. Not quite 69ing, but you get Pours from the Floor, which we did this week. It's a bonus episode where we finish off some bottles. Sometimes we do Sample Irresistible, where we go through some samples we've been sent or have laying around. And then sometimes we open a brand new bottle itself, and it's called Pop Chihuahua. All bonus stuff.
You're doing that next week, I believe.
All bonus stuff that you get. You also get the pregame chats where we just kind of we got questions sometimes. Maybe we're just talking about something random. We're just getting warmed up for the main episode. And then you get this episode uncut and a little bit early.
And
all
unfiltered.
Unfiltered. Just nonsense stuff that we probably got canceled for a long time ago. But that's the best way to support the show and get all the bonus stuff. Patreon.com.
That's true. Everything he said is true. Two other things. One, our link for our Barrel Rye Armagnac finished pick is still in the description below. Go get you a bottle or two. Make somebody's holiday season
It is a very holiday
jolly and bright. It's a fantastic pick. We did it with our buddy David Levine from the Whiskey Ring podcast. We don't make any money off of it or anything. It's just because we love the game.
To have good whiskey.
We just want you to enjoy good pours. And two, if you're listening to this on the day it comes out or the day after it comes out, which is December 11th or 12th, that means that you have a couple of days to enter the Ronald McDonald House Pappy Van Winkle lottery.
Show me the Pappy.
They reached out to the podcast asking us to share the link. We have done just that on the Instagram page. And I wanted to share it on the actual podcast itself as well. Ronald McDonald House is near and dear to the Ritters, especially because when my brother was suffering from Lyme disease and he was seeking treatment, he and my mom had to travel all around the country to find said treatment. And while they were doing that, they stayed at different Ronald McDonald House locations across the country, free of charge, which is how Ronald McDonald House operates.
Great organization.
And supports families in need with children who are suffering from any kind of illness. So I am more than happy to support them and share this link whenever it pops up. So tickets are $50 per pop. And if you win, you get all 5 of the Van Winkle bottles, bourbon bottles in the lineup. So again, link is in the description. Go and check that out. It's not sponsored or anything. I just wanted to say that as well. They offered, and I said no.
Heck no.
Absolutely not. This is just because they're a fantastic organization.
Good cause.
And yeah, they've done a lot for my family, and I wanted to give back even just a little bit. So go and check that out. Again, links in the description. Thank you to Ronald McDonald House for being fantastic. And that's that. We kick off every episode with Flying Blind or Sips and Snacks. We're doing Flying Blind, I think, this week. You said you had Sips and Snacks, but we had a pairing during Pop Chicka Wow Wow that was pretty
Sips
fantastic.
And Snacks on already, and I know it's not going to beat it. So
sometimes it happens, man. We just do stuff on the fly, and
I don't want to be disappointed.
It kicks, you know.
So if you want to know that, join the Patreon, and you'll see what we've paired.
Yeah, you're gonna need 2 glasses.
10?
Did I say 10?
I thought you said 10.
I thought I said 2. It's possible I said 10.
God, we're gonna do a
we're gonna ourselves
sample.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Unalive.
We're gonna video game ourselves.
10 right off the bat before the review. And everything.
They are not in sample bottles, so I will have to
close your eyes.
Get you to close them eyes.
Turn around. It's getting hard to breathe.
Well, take your hands off your nose.
I can't, dude.
All right, you're good. You made that way harder on yourself than you needed to.
I did. Okay, not 10.
Yeah, 2, like I said.
How did that take so long?
I had to do something.
Okay.
All right, left to right.
Left. Ooh. Smoky. Smoky.
It's different, right?
Smoky, savory. What is that? Smoky peanut butter.
Interesting.
Not smoky peanut butter.
Different.
Still a little smoky. More charry.
Yeah.
Like barrel charry, not smoky. Okay. Okay. That's a barrel proof. That's a Jack Daniel's barrel proof. Straight up the bat, there is maybe. There's a coconutty peanut butter on there. Smoky coconut peanut butter. Interesting. Colin, it's driving me out too.
Sorry.
No,
No, it's fine.
no, it's fine. It's a good
Jerk.
thing. Okay. What is that? I want to say that these are definitely in the same family. But the first one is so much hotter and dry. It seems like the second one is a lower proof version of the first one. And I swear this tastes like a Jack Daniel's barrel proof.
You're all over it.
Is this one a rye?
Yeah.
It just doesn't taste as high proof to me. They both Jack Daniels?
They are both Jack Daniels.
This has to be a barrel proof bourbon.
It is.
Okay. Because that has the same thing. I get that on so many, that coconut and peanut butter.
These are picks from our buddies over at the Mashup Podcast.
Oh, God, I haven't had the actual pick in a while.
Yeah. They were over at the Liquor Box in Georgetown.
Spam.
They got some nice tater stickers on them.
Let me see that. Who? Mario. Is that a Luigi?
It's Luigi.
So that's a rye for green.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why didn't they just use normal Mario?
I don't
Luigi?
know.
Choose your pour wisely. Choose your pour.
I don't know. I'm about as lost as you are.
That was our show, wasn't it?
No, we did prepare your pour.
Prepare your pour. When in doubt, take a power up.
Yeah. So
this Mario is creeping me out.
yeah, I don't know why they went with the AI generated images.
133.4 proof.
Yeah.
See, that rye does not taste as high as 131.
No. 9-year-old bourbon, 10-year-old rye.
9, 10?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were usually that old.
No. Now, I don't know if these are still available at Liquor Box. They had them at both locations in Georgetown. It was $80 for the bourbon and $100 for the rye. As a pair, you could get them for $150.
They were bottled a day after each other.
Yeah.
That's not a bad price at all.
No, not at all. They posted about it on Wednesday. I was in the office on Wednesday, so on the way home, I just swung by, grabbed them. They're phenomenal picks.
And you just don't see too many Jack Daniel's picks around here.
Not really.
I mean, I can see why, because people around here are stupid. And they're like, oh, the Jack Daniels, that ain't real whiskey. That ain't bourbon.
Yeah, I only drink bourbon.
I don't drink anything but Buffalo Trace.
No, I got one more, though.
Oh, boy. Another one? When did they get one?
I don't know. But I ran into the liquor barn.
Jesus.
And I felt like I won the lottery by finding this barrel.
What?
Now, here's the thing. Okay. Almost the exact same proof.
Yeah.
Both of the rye. So this is audio listeners, sorry. Liquor Barn had a barrel proof rye pick. And it is Barrel House 1-09. This is the Barrel House. They call them barrel houses. They don't call them rick houses.
Ball House?
Ball House. Yeah. Sorry. This is the barrel house that most of, if not all of, the original run of Coy Hill barrels came from. So this is a Coy Hill barrel, as is the Mashups rye barrel.
So Coy Hill rye.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Their bourbon is not a Coy Hill barrel.
Because the Coy Hills we've had have all been bourbon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whiskey.
Yeah, I just call it bourbon. It's easier.
Okay.
So I want you to try the Liquor Barn one separate from... I wanted you to try these first, aside from, knowing what this one was.
Who picked these again? The mashup?
The mashup. And I think specifically Kenny Mills. But our buddy Brad Williams with Liquor Barn did the picking for Liquor Barn, of course.
Okay, I want to try this Liquor Barn one now.
Yeah.
That one, that one is almost like the, if you were cleaning up the edges on it, on the one that we had, the Luigi bottle. Luigi bottle is a little more raw, a little bit more rough, a little bit more, spice and like tangy and stuff like that. This one is like, we're going to take that and tame it down and make it smooth. Wow. And that one doesn't taste high proof either.
No. The Liquor Barn one is more like caramel popcorn.
I can see that. It's a
Forward.
little salty and sweet. I think I like the bourbon the most.
I think I do too, actually.
Because it kind of takes me back to like the first run of like when I first started trying Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
I completely agree with that.
It's instant. It's a Zagnut bar, man. It's got a little smokiness on it that I like. That's different, but down to the core, it's a Zagnut bar. It's coconut and peanut butter. And that is one of the first notes I ever got when I got my first bottle of Jack. I'll never forget it. I took it to Gatlinburg, picked it up.
Nice.
And
that is a great place actually to drink Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
Yeah,
I feel
and
like.
we the kids, we were doing like they were young, but it was like a spring break type thing where we were just like in a cabin or something like that. And I remember opening that and I go, oh my God, this tastes like a Zagnut bar. And I've been in the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof ever since.
I feel like Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof for a weekend in Gatlinburg, that could be the only bottle you bring.
Yeah, at that time, I was. At that time.
But even now,
yeah,
I feel like you could do that and you would be perfectly fine.
At that time, I wasn't like, I didn't have like, there was no like the aged in ore where like I had all the special sample and I was like packing like a whole bag of like, I'm going to take a barrel proof rye. I'm going to take a special bottle. I'm going to take a mixer. I'm going to do that. It was like grab one bottle that is good and pretty much just sip on it for the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow, these are nice.
Yeah.
Dude, you got a nice little collection going on.
It just kind of happened out of nowhere.
3 big bottles right there.
I found the Liquor Barn one first, and then Mashup posted about their 2 picks. And so in the span of a week, I got these 3 bottles. And I was like, okay.
I would have rather seen just Kenny Mills with Mario hat on. And he was both.
Yeah, the AI Mario and Luigi freak me out.
Yeah.
I think it's because they wanted them to be drinking whiskey.
They just look
they're
weird.
just terrifying.
Luigi's not as bad. It's
Mario, really. Yeah, but Luigi also
scary.
isn't wearing gloves.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, see, it makes it worse.
He's got a real hand.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, let's just turn it away so
that's scary.
Yeah. What have you been drinking recently?
Actually,
let me say it on the mic. What have you been drinking recently?
let's see. What have I been drinking recently? Well, last night, went up to Banners, had a little
Saw that?
Yeah, big pour, just bourbon of the month. I think it's Buffalo Trace this week.
Nice.
But
bourbon of the month this week?
This month. I mean, sorry. I did not mean
it just confused me. I just wanted clarity.
Bourbon of the month this month. I think it was Buffalo Trace. It may be a pick, like one of the picks. I'm not for sure. Either way, it was really good because they're not selfish, especially when you're up there a lot and they're like, oh, I'll give you a little bit more. But
it didn't work.
The highlight was, of course, Ryan, the owner. I've got to know him a lot over the past couple of years, being up there so much, and we're both big Bills fans, and so he tends to, just he'll be back there helping, and then all of a sudden there'll be a glass that just shows up, and he's like, "Here you go," and he just keeps walking. And I go, "What is this?" And last night he did that. I'm drinking on this, what I ordered, and all of a sudden there slides another glass, and he drops it off, keeps working. He's like, "Just try it." I was like, "Okay." And I was like, and it was, it wasn't a big pour, so I was like, he's just giving me a little taste of something. And I put that thing up to my nose, and I did the thing where I went, and I set it back down, and I just kind of slumped in my seat and go, "Oh my!" And he comes back around, and he's like, "What do you think? What do you think it is?" And I was like, I can't remember what I said. I was like, "This has to be a special Buffalo Trace product." I was like, there is this. At first, I thought it was like the Stag Junior that we had because there was this cherry cola note on it.
Yeah,
that was amazing, but it didn't taste as dark. It was a little bit more bright. So then I was like, "Is this a weeder? This is almost like WLW style." And he was like, "You're all, just like you just said." He was like, "You're all around it. Like you're there. I was like, "I don't know. It has to be like something special." He's like, "Well, this is one of the latest bottles of E.H. Taylor barrel proof that he got." And he said he said like if he would have known something, I don't know what batch it was. He just got it. He was like, if he would have known how much it like normally is, he may have saved it for something else. But he opened it and he loved it. And then somebody was like, that bottle's worth this much. And he was like, maybe I should have saved that one. But it was awesome. Like he just dropped off about a half ounce of like this E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, and it was phenomenal.
E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof is one of the few bottles that has either stayed the same price on secondary or has gone up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a bummer because I was hoping it would go down a little bit so we can maybe, get one.
So that was definitely a highlight of my last week and I just had the normal random stuff here and there. But that was what sticks out, like having that little drop it off, keep walking, be like, try that.
I love it when people do that, man.
So
that OBC is that place for me.
Yeah.
Especially when Iverson was working there. I don't know if anybody, we talk about OBC a lot. It's one of our favorite places in Lexington. They're actually celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
That's great.
This month, which that blows me away. That I've been going there for that long. And
it don't even feel like it's been around that long.
I know.
It's crazy.
But
what you been drinking?
Yeah. Well, you've kind of had most of the stuff that I've been drinking recently. I've been on such a rye kick because of...
You're usually not the rye guy either.
I know I'm not, but the excitement really of these like Coy Hill rye barrels...
That's pretty cool.
...has just hyped me up so much that I've been like going through and seeing what other Jack Daniel's barrels
I didn't even know. I wouldn't even have thought of that because I've still got some over there.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. So I realized that I have 2 other Coy Hill rye barrels.
Is the ones that David helped?
One of them is.
So I have one. I have both of those over there.
The not the New Jersey Yacht Club pick.
But his
is a Coy Hill barrel. I have five rye barrels, right? I did them all in a flight on my live stream last night. I won't reveal which one won. The result did surprise me though. So I'd say go and watch that.
Nice.
Other than that, man, been drinking on some of the rare character stuff that Chad handed off to me.
Nice.
In preparation for a rare character pick that I'm going on.
A rye pick?
Potentially, it's going to be a TKO. It might be a balls. What's the other one? RAO?
Rio?
Not Rio.
No, that's one we always
the dark purple wax. It's a bourbon.
Yeah.
But it's for bluegrass barrel pickers, and they want either, I think RAO is the dark purple.
Which one's the pink that we always get?
That's TKO.
Yeah.
They want one of them. So
why not both?
That's a Chad thing.
Probably a money thing.
Also that.
Yeah.
I've also got a rare character pick coming in from Vegas of all places.
Vegas?
Yeah, this guy posted about it, and it was a good price, and I was like, sure, why not?
What happens in Chade's room stays in Chade's room. Don't they say that about Vegas? What happens in Vegas?
Yeah, they do.
That's what he told me when I visited one time. He's like, whatever happens in here stays in here.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see him again on Sunday, and I'll probably come home with some more bottles, and that we'll not be able to talk about again. But
is that when the pick is?
Yeah.
Nice. This Sunday?
This Sunday.
Sweet.
Yeah. Folks, it's the holiday season.
It is.
And it sounds like I'm about to do an ad, but I am absolutely
not. If you're tired of shopping,
get yourself a pair of Chubbies.
Chubbies.com. Check it out. Dadswithchubs.com.
Not that.
Oh.
Not that.
Oh.
That. Let's move on.
Okay.
To get ourselves more in the winter time mood. I don't know.
Wintertime mood?
Wintertimemood.com.
That sounds like a tea. What is it?
Ooh,
like
it does, yeah.
Happy time?
Yeah. We are going to be reviewing this week the Jim Beam Winter Reserve Toasted Bourbon. It is 6 years old, 86 proof.
86 proof. Is it going to be good?
It's swell. Yucky. Ew.
But
Why are they drinking dog water?
wasn't what proof was? So this is. Did you even say it was toasted yet?
Yeah, I did.
What proof was Michter's toasted when it first came out? It was the
I
lower
got no
proof.
idea. Probably close to 86.
90, something like that. So
Maybe. I don't know.
it's a nice. It looks more like fall.
It does. Yeah.
It's got a kind of a dark orange brown label with some gold on it. Straight up tells you what kind of notes they get on it, right on the front, on the side, and the other side. A smooth 6-year aged amber bourbon. Now, what's an amber bourbon?
I think it just means the color.
Why do they do that?
I don't know, man. Roughly about $20,
Oh, okay.
22, something like that. I figured it'd be nice to do something
Let's
that's
do
appropriate
it.
for the time of year that we're in.
Is it the most wonderful time of the year?
I've been wanting to review this anyway, and I wanted to save it for closer to the holidays. So, I will say, oh, that was kind of cool. I mean, don't keep it up,
Yeah.
but I will say, I think Jim Beam has been on it this year.
Yeah.
I
Think so?
I really think they have been maybe distillery of the year.
Really?
I don't know, man. They've just been, well, maybe not.
I was
I
going
don't
to say, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess Booker's has not really been hitting. You know what?
That Knob Creek rye that we had. not
True,
that
but the
great.
Boo Rye was fantastic.
Boo Rye was pretty
I
good.
keep going back to the Boo Rye, and it is incredible, man.
I didn't. That one Booker's.
Was not great.
Yeah.
I'm holding out hope that Jimmy's batch is going to be good, though.
Jimmy's batch?
You don't know about Jimmy's batch?
Jimmy Russell?
It is named after Jimmy.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Fred did it in honor of Jimmy.
The only one that I knew that was coming out was the one My Daily Bourbon made fun of me and said it was named after me. Phantom Pop or something like that.
I was going to say he probably called you a bad name or something.
Yeah, it was like Phantom Pop batch or something like because he's trying to make fun of my manhood.
Your cat's boxing the door.
I know. I hear that. Off first sniff. Not my favorite.
It's a little light, but we did just get
No,
done
it's not
drinking.
light.
What do you think it smells like?
It's off. Tastes a little off. Tastes a little sour.
Oh, okay.
It's getting better. Had to go back in. It tastes like
You keep saying taste.
I mean, it smells like a 2-year-old whiskey.
Okay.
It's got a real grainy.
It's 6-year age stated.
I know, it just smells grainy.
Here's the thing. I mean, I don't think that this is entirely aimed at us,
I know.
but I do think that there is merit in this, in the marketing behind this, if that makes sense.
It's okay. I just want to taste this.
Okay.
I'm not mad.
I like it.
Not as cinnamony.
Cinnamony?
Cinnamony.
Cinnamony. I'm a minute.
Cinnamony.
It's a bad day.
It's, but I think that's the proof.
I think so too. I think that's kind of what I'm saying in that it's not geared towards our tastes.
Yeah.
But I think for 86 proof, there is still a fair bit of flavor, especially on the finish. I think the finish really is where this starts to pick up speed.
I don't get much of a finish.
Maybe I'm just crazy.
No, that's just you. I'm just saying I don't get much finish. I'm trying to pull something out here.
You're not getting anything?
No. It's very just You know what, too? Every time I take a sip, I get a whiff of that grainy nose, and it messes with my taste, too.
Try to take a sip without breathing in.
That's actually a little better.
Because I've always noticed this about you. When you take a sip, I can hear you inhaling.
Because I snort my whiskey.
Oh, that's true.
No, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, that nose. If I get past the nose and don't get that with the palate, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It is better than just white label.
I completely agree. Here's where I think this really is supposed to flourish is like just
on
being
ice.
No, I think it's really supposed to be mixed.
You think so?
Like, whether it's eggnog or, thrown into, I don't know.
I don't get much vanilla.
Holiday punch or something. I don't really either. It's very cinnamon heavy.
Notes of vanilla and cinnamon on the package. Not too much vanilla. I think this is a good step above white label, but not quite Jim Beam Black.
Something I think about often is how broken our brains are by proof being, I don't use this phrase lightly, bourbon connoisseurs. Because like the amount of people who hear like 80 proof or 90 proof and they're like, that's crazy. I can't believe like that's going to send me over the edge. And it's like,
it doesn't.
We drink that. That's like water.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily like anymore. Maybe back when I actually got in the barrel proof, I was like, F anything below 90. But now I don't care. I will try. There's plenty of things that are, there's plenty of things that are good at 90 and below. Even old dusty things were never hardly above 80.
Oh yeah, of course.
Something. But this definitely, I do get a little bit more cinnamon on the back of my tongue. No vanilla, but this is a good step up from just normal Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Or James Beam. What if I start calling everything James Beam? Got any James Beam? Can I get a shot of James Beam, please? What? Who? James. James Beam.
Or you go the opposite and you start calling it Jimmy.
Jimmy Beam.
Jimmy Beam.
So I don't know. And how much you say? $20?
20, 21.
I'm not mad
in that realm.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad it's not. Is this only like a limited thing?
I feel like it is.
Just winter time?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be around super often.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not for me, but I can see the appeal of it.
Yeah.
It is a little bit more flavorful than normal Jim Beam or James Beam, Jimmy Beam. Beam.
You're messing up my brain. Nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5. Final score is out of 20. That's how we do it on the show. Been doing it since almost day one.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's a fact. Check
you can check me.
Check it.
What did we add? Did we add price? There was one category that we didn't have when we first did reviews.
It had to be nose, palate, finish. Surely you wouldn't do like palate, finish, price.
I think we might have left off finish.
Nose, finish, price.
I think we might have done nose, palate, and price.
Y'all weren't just skilled enough to know what a finish was at the time. You're like, we can't really get the finish yet. It just burns.
I mean, we knew what it was. It was just like we didn't include it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
2.
Okay.
On the nose. Not great. Not the worst nose.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with you on a 2 there. It's not blowing my socks off.
Yeah.
As it were.
Blowing your balls off.
Yeah. Palate I enjoy, but again, it's not like this groundbreaking, amazing thing. I'm gonna give it a 3.
2.5.
I knew, that makes sense to me. I'm also, what are you going to give the finish?
1.5. I don't get finish at all.
I just don't see that. I don't understand.
I can't
'cause,
get
like,
anything on this finish.
I think the finish is pretty. It's pretty good.
I can't get
honestly.
anything on it.
I'm gonna also give the finish a 3 here. I think it's crazy that you're not getting anything.
I
on the
can't.
finish.
No, I can't. It's almost like the only thing I get that seems like a finish is almost like a backdraft of like it went down. I'm like, what the heck? And then it's like a burp. I'm like, I'm getting a reverse finish.
You get
on
acid
this.
reflux.
Yeah, I'm getting acid
That's
reflux
funny.
on this.
Price at $20-ish, 22, kind of at the most.
3.5.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll go with 3.5.
I think what normal James Beam is what 15?
18? Yeah,
18?
15, 18, something like that.
I mean, if that's that price, that's a good price for that. And it's like, this is a little better than that. Then $20, they didn't go crazy. Like, this is a $40 bottle of whiskey.
Now, that being said, though, I mean, Jim Beam Black in its current iteration at 90 proof and 7 years old at
it's
roughly the same price.
No brainer.
Yeah, no, I'm easily taking that over this.
I love James Beam Black. It's my favorite.
I love this new bit.
It's my favorite.
I apologize that I'm laughing. It's because I'm not used to it.
Oh.
I will be used to it by the next time that you do it.
Yeah.
But
I love James Beam Black. But this winter James Beam, I don't know. I'd say try it if you're into like trying different things or comparing things. This is definitely a step up from White Label.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't expect a whole lot out of it though.
Yeah. So I am at an 11.5.
9.5 for me.
Yeah. So
it is what it is.
I wasn't expecting this to be like a 20 out of 20 by any means.
What if it was? What if this was the biggest?
the biggest
like
game changer. Buy it by the case. We got another review.
2?
We got 2 reviews.
What are we doing now? I'm guessing we're going to use these big boy glasses.
We're using the big boy glasses.
Oh boy.
It's that time of year, folks. It's the 2024 Goose Island Bourbon County Stout. I feel like we've been preparing ourselves for it all season. Where's the hole?
Been saying that for a long time too.
Yeah, well, Anyway.
You made 2 kids. You found it at least twice.
I know I did. Okay.
You've got it at least twice. You can't screw them up. You can't do that.
These released on Black Friday, as most folks know. I did not go out on Black Friday. I was asleep.
I was at work
in my cozy bed. But this year's is 14.7% ABV. Aged in bourbon barrels. I'm so excited. I bought 2 of these. So I've got one sitting and one that we're going to drink today.
And these can sit for a long time, right?
Up to 5 years is what they say on the bottle.
That's crazy.
But, I mean... Okay. I didn't get us 50-50. I didn't get us 50-50 in the way that
it's fine.
I did last week with the Black Ops. Oop. Now, last year's we did not love. We were not crazy about it.
And disclaimer, this is my reviews are from somebody who doesn't normally drink stout beer. I very rarely drink anything other than like 450 North style beers or just light beers.
Yeah.
So that's coming from me. Just want you to know at the top here. Although I did like last week's, the Brooklyn one, Black Ops.
I'll be very honest with you. It's not too dissimilar from past years.
I do get that soy sauce.
Yeah, but it's a little more muted. I think it's got kind of a cookie butter note too that I've not gotten.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's straight up soy. A lot of it. There's,
but it's there. But it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
All right.
Don't know if I like this one like last week. What is it? What's it about this one? Tell me your thoughts. Do you like this one?
I do. I don't like it as much as the Black Ops that we had last week.
You didn't have like an instant like, ooh, wow, that's good. You're kind of.
I mean, I do think I'm thinking about it more because it is heavier, it is more intense in its flavor profile. Hang on.
Like, so the proper way to do this, not saying proper, I'm sure you do this however you want
I feel like we've talked about this before, but I don't know if there is a proper way.
But I mean, like, to me, this isn't a beer this style of beer isn't one that you're like, man, I could go for a cold beer and you're like, I'm thirsty. This is like, I'm going to sip on this for like 2 hours.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's no way I could like finish this in like
it's okay for this beer to get warm.
Yeah.
You know,
I would need time to sip on this.
And, you know, we've talked about this in previous years as well, that there was for a long time, the stigma around like stouts are only okay to drink in
the
fall and the winter. I like stouts when it's warm too.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. That being said, though, yeah, like I do think it is more accepted or more appropriate, I suppose, to drink stouts once we get into the cooler months.
What type of stout did we have last time? Imperial?
It was a Russian Imperial Stout. This is an American Imperial Stout.
Okay. Well, so far, my favorite stout is the one from last week.
I understand that.
Not saying that anybody else listening who loves stouts is going to feel the same way. This may be your thing. This is just too much stout.
Now,
for me,
I'm going to say something that I have said a lot that makes me sound the most alcoholic. I am an equal opportunity drinker. I like a variety of things. There's nothing that I have had where I am like, aside from, you know, Malort, of course, but that's like
tequila apple brandy.
That is on a different level of gross, though. Like, there are specific niche moments where I'm like, I don't ever want to have to drink this again. But by and large, I don't have to stick to just bourbon,
right? Or
just, you know, people who are only wine drinkers.
Yeah,
like I like a variety of different beers. I like a variety of
wanting to get myself into like good tequila.
I do too. I would love to get into tequila,
but then I see something. But then it's like, also there's a new pick out.
Exactly. Like, that's the other problem too. Is that once I get into something else, it's like, well, now I gotta like budget out for another hobby, or I have to
take a chance on not
another cabinet, or, you know, and it's like,
have another kid.
I'm not gonna have another kid.
I gotta, you know, this one's fun. Now I gotta have another one. What's the price on these?
Anyway, I don't know what the MSRP is, but my gauge is usually by what I get them at Liquor Barn for. This was $13, which is not that bad.
I feel like that's about the price that you would see one.
So I don't mind the price on these. You know, for me, it's something that I'm buying and I'm storing away for a while. I mean, I've got some of these that are going back 4 years at this point. I don't know if I ever talked about this on the main episode. I don't think I did, but I had a Knob Creek finished Goose Island that I had been saving for 5 years.
And it broke.
And it slipped out of my fridge and it broke.
I saw that
a few weeks ago.
Saw that.
And it sent me into a furious rage.
Saw that.
I felt at one point like I may as well just break all of these, because what's the point?
you start raging. You just see them. You don't know what's happening.
But just But after it broke and I cleaned it up and everything, I was
You
like,
licked it off the ground. There's a little drop. You soak it up in like
sopping out the paper towel. Genuinely had a moment where that thought crossed my mind. I was like,
Remember that statement you said a little bit ago where you're like, this is going to make me sound like a really big alcoholic.
That's going to make me sound like more of an alcoholic. Yeah.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Anyway, so after that happened, I was like, well, most of these are not going to last forever.
So you just went through
every single one in one night. And then I slept on the couch in my office
for a week.
Because I couldn't wake up.
Lucy's locks the door. Stay down there.
I don't want you to come out. No, I opened another one that night because
you were sad.
Because I was sad and I needed it. But anyway, this is immediately to me better than last year's was.
I mean, I can sip on this. It's not my favorite, but I'm not like straight up like pushing it away. Mm-hmm. I'm taking little sips, little baby sips.
There was something like
I'm a little piss stout baby,
little piss baby.
Can't handle a stout.
The best thing about the phrase piss baby is I thought for a while that I came up with that. And then I heard somebody else say it in like a YouTube video. And I was like, oh no, I just copped that off of somebody else. Anyway.
There's somebody else in this world that said those two words together.
Yeah, and it's a very funny string of words.
It is.
Anyway, this is beside the point. There was something about last year's right off the bat where it wasn't as flavorful, or there was like a bitterness to it or something. I would have to go back and re-listen to that episode where we reviewed it. But I just know that we weren't as head over heels about it, or at least I wasn't, as I have been in previous years.
Yeah.
Like there have been some years where I've just fresh cracked some of these and they have been stellar.
Do they have that cola one again? Remember that one? It was like a cola. They called it like a cola or something.
They change up their variety.
Oh, there was one year that was
year.
A cola one.
I've got one in my fridge.
In your fridge.
In my fridge.
I feel like I like that one.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I'll bring it sometime.
Okay.
Am I easy to make fun of? Because I feel like I am.
No. You're not.
I am.
No.
Yeah, I am.
So, recommend for people like coming from the person who can actually review this. What do you say?
For me, I think it is a recommend. I think this is one of those where it's definitely going to get better over time too.
Yeah.
Like it's already very good and it's going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
So, from the guy who is not really a big stout head.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think I could power through this one.
Sure.
Not because I'm saying, oh God, taste it. Just because stouts are thick and they're like heavy and like I was saying, they're just not meant to be like whew, thirsty, blah, blah, blah. I could power through this one, probably sip on this for an hour or so.
Sure.
So yeah, I would say try it. If you're venturing into that world of stouts like I've done, try it. See what you think.
I haven't had any of the other varietals that came out this year. I saw one that was like a vanilla rye finished. And I thought about getting it, but
might as well do the OG first.
Yeah, that was my thought as well. So I have kind of enjoyed this like secondary review thing that we've been doing recently, where we
the beer boys,
a little beer,
the beer
after
boys.
our main episode.
When are we going to do Bud Heavy?
Next week.
Oh shit, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Bro, you just drank a 14 and a half.
It's been a long time since I've had a Bud Heavy.
Oh, come on. What's it, like a 6%?
Doesn't matter. It's the taste. You had a Bud Heavy?
Was it going to make you throw up?
Have you had one?
No. Actually, I think I have, but it's been a long time. Is it that bad?
I guess we'll find out. Bud Heavy.
Next week.
Bud Heavy.
All right. We're not done yet.
Your
we
least
still got
favorite
stuff
uncle's beer.
The uncle who made you see things. Anyway, I've got one uncle left.
Well,
I wanted to show you too before we went too far, and I'll pop up a couple of the pictures on screen. But our hats.
I'll even got the Christmas one on there.
Well, yeah, I put the Christmas one up. But we got hats for sale on the Threadless shop.
Good price.
Yeah, man, the hats are okay. That's our price because I'm the shop owner.
Oh, it's a discount.
Yeah, that's the discount.
It's not a bad price though. Normal.
It's still it's still not that bad.
$24.95 for a hat. That's pretty good.
But we got baseball hats and we've got trucker hats.
Ashton Kutcher style, baby.
Ooh,
that one. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one off. It's not great.
Blue's not bad. Gray's not bad.
I like the gray and I like the darker
navy,
colors.
Not the light blue.
What do you mean?
Oh no. Maybe. Yeah. No. No.
But there's a whole bunch of new
coming soon. Parifier.
Oh, the Parifier design! I can't wait. There are a whole bunch of new design choices on the merch store. If you are interested, go and check that out. Bourbonshop.threadless.com. I did not realize this until I was putting up the new logo design, which it's there now. So go and check that out. Bourbonshop.threadless.com. Do it. Get it in time for your 10-bit fan.
Yeah.
And there's also
the 10-bit fam in your family.
There's also this is my bourbon drinking shirt and some other fun designs over there as well. Just go browse.
Yep.
It's fun stuff. We got one message.
Okay.
It's a text message.
Oh. Wow.
From our buddy Tony Bag of Donuts.
Dang.
He sent us his collection. And I'll pop up the images
there.
But this is our barrel ring segment of the podcast that you can participate in as well if you want to do so. Our number for it is 859-428-8253. 859-428-8253. Send us a text message.
Voicemail.
Or voicemail.
You can send pictures on there.
We ask people to send us a picture of their collection of anything.
Yeah.
And we will talk about it on the podcast. Tony said, you guys know when you tell me to do something dumb, I'm going to do it. Where's the bridge? So he sent us...
That's his fridge.
His fridge. He's got some sauces.
Got some. Is that a beer back in there?
Yeah. I think it's Hofbrau.
Okay.
Yeah, Hofbrau House.
Leftovers, some pickles, some milk.
Coke.
I think that stuff up there is supposed to be frozen, but to each his own.
That's okay.
I think that's fine.
He's got bread in the fridge, which is
I think those are supposed to be frozen like garlic breads that you normally put in the freezer, but that's okay, Tony. We know sometimes, stuff.
Tony, you're a big lemonade guy. I didn't know that about you.
Big lemonade guy.
I love lemonade.
Eggs. Nice fridge.
Cottage cheese. Man, I love me some cottage cheese.
Sour mix and cottage cheese.
Ooh, sour mix. Yeah. Sour mix and cottage cheese.
I got some mayo.
Do you want to mess up your entire life?
I would say get some Duke's mayonnaise, but
Let's move on to the good stuff. Oh wait.
Okay. He's got a nice sticker collection there, or magnet.
Tony, I didn't know you were a Chicago White Sox.
And now he's flexing because these are all expensive bottles.
Look at that.
Oh, he's got the
Winter Reserve.
He's got the James Beam. And he's got James Beam Black.
You know what you should do is just go full on because they have James B. Beam engraved on the bottle.
James B. Beam?
Yeah, James B. Beam.
Yeah, James B. Beam Black.
Tony's got a very extensive collection.
I mean, it's out of control.
Dadgum, look at the Coy Hill bottles.
Hills, all the Stags, all the whole Weller collection. He's got orange, blue, white.
Dadgum it, dude.
All the stuff. That shelf is about to fall. It's caving in a little bit.
It is bowing.
His Larceny and Lodge Creek barrel proof.
He's got a stave that says Tony Bag of Donuts on it.
Elmer, Blanton's. Go back to that Blanton's. Old Fitz, Russell's 15, Rock Hill, some Eleanor.
That's Texas.
Ugh. and some other stuff. Tony's got the legit stuff.
Yeah.
If something new comes out that's like, I bet nobody's gonna get that, Tony's gonna get it. Look at that. That's sexy.
I mean, the Tony's entire setup, and if you want to see what we're talking about in the video, go to the YouTube channel and check it
A
out.
lot of this is kind of the random shelves. He's got some barrels, some looks like Fortuna. He's got some new riff, just a bunch of random stuff. All the good stuff. Some weights, a truck, some tequila. I think down there with Eagle Rare.
I think so.
Tequila?
Oh, that's vodka.
Yeah. Yeah, this is awesome.
I love it.
Check it out.
Tony, you've got
Go give Tony a follow on Instagram.
I'm giving this collection. What are we giving this collection?
I'm giving it a 69 out of 69.
Okay.
I think it's
donuts.
No,
Okay. Cool.
Look at the new riffs down there.
Oh, look at that. He's got Riffmas and he's got the My Bourbon Weekend.
Yeah, there we go. 69 out of 69, Tony.
Man, I didn't have any Riffmas last year.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
We'll have to have some. I still have a couple bottles.
I mean, I do. I have some too. But anyway. High proof hot takes.
High proof hot takes.
You got anything?
Not really. I've had a pretty good week. I mean, I think the high proof hot takes I would go are very work related that nobody would understand, and I probably can't say them on there.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
So I'll move on from that.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Tips and bits.
Tips and bits.
Segment of the show where we recommend things that you should watch, read, listen to, enjoy that we have been enjoying as well over the past week or so. What do you have to recommend to the folks this week, Eric?
Well, I'm going to just mention something. Not going to go into detail because there needs to be more episodes, but Skeleton Crew.
Haven't watched it yet.
Yep. Star Wars
Heard it's great.
series came out on Disney Plus. It is a very fun, nostalgic adventure show already. There's 2 episodes out, and I love it so far because
As opposed to what? The greater Star Wars fandom at large?
the greater Star Wars fans go, yes, it's another Star Wars the lightsaber.
Who cares?
Where's
Who
the light?
cares?
But
you know what I say about that? Who cares?
I just think
Star Wars fans just let them be, man.
it's just one of those things where
dude.
it's a huge galaxy. So yes, there are going to be children in this galaxy. There are going to be children who go to school and have adventures on their own and meet pirates and
This
stuff.
is like the Willow of Star Wars.
It's like
Am I wrong?
It's like Goonies and Stranger Things.
Okay, fair enough.
It's Goonies and Stranger Things meet Star Wars. It's that. If you love Goonies, you're going to love this. And I really think people who are not giving it a chance, like I've not even hardly heard bad things. I've heard people just saying, I ain't watching this. That's my thing.
Stupid.
Give it a chance. And maybe if you've never had fun in your life, then you're not going to like this. But I also watch Goonies because it made me want to go watch Goonies, and I watched it the other night. And I love Goonies. So I recommend watching some 80s adventure style shows and movies, and then watching Skeleton Crew. And then when you watch it and there's some more episodes, we'll kind of deep dive into it.
Sure. I've also heard that Creature Commandos is really good too. I think I know I've talked about this, but
And if you've ever watched Monster Squad, that's a good older movie, kid kind of adventure, scary movie style thing.
But my cousin Michael works at HBO.
Yeah.
So he cuts a lot of the trailers for stuff that you see that comes out on HBO and Max.
Nice.
He's very involved with the trailers for Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
And for Peacemaker. He got
Peacemaker season 2's coming soon.
Yeah, he got to go to the set for Peacemaker recently, and was talking with James Gunn.
Nice.
Actually, about stuff. And here's a little inside scoop for everybody.
You're like 1 degree away.
I
from
am
James
1 degree
Gunn.
away from James Gunn
And John Cena, or 2 maybe. Has he met John Cena?
Yes, he has actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So here's an inside scoop. I'm gonna just
Hot scoop?
Literally nobody else
Or
has
poop.
this scoop. This is not a shot of poop. This is
Okay.
an inside scoop. I don't know if you've seen all these rumors going around that the heads at WB or at Max are not happy with the trailer for Superman.
I don't know.
Okay, it's not true. I had confirmation
Why would that be a
from
thing?
my cousin.
Just people being like, I know they're not gonna like this or something.
No, it's these stupid scoopers who are trying to make a name for
they're
themselves.
poopers.
And they're just coming up with crap. They're just literally anything that they can come up with, like random casting rumors, or like, here's what we think the story is going to be for the next Avengers movie, and it's just nothing. There's no substance to it. And one of the most recent ones was that they're telling the people who are making the trailer for Superman to go back and recut it. The trailer has been locked in for months. Nobody else. I am debunking, and this is gonna get lost. This is gonna get lost. Like, if this gets picked up anywhere, we'll make a name for ourselves with the podcast.
What if
Literally.
we get shadow banned or something? You just put our lives in jeopardy.
We're fine. Why would we get shadow banned for like an actual legit scoop with sources?
The scoopers are going to do something.
The scoopers are all fake news.
Okay. I'm going to watch my back for a little while. I'm going to lay low.
All right, fine.
If you don't hear from me for a little while.
I didn't name the scoopers. I could. I'm not going
they know
to, but
who
I
it
could.
is. I'm scared.
Anyway, the point is, here's a high proof hot take. Don't trust the scoopers who come out with comic book movie news,
Trust the poopers.
hot rumors, gossip, whatever. It's nonsense.
Shooting up your butthole.
Can't believe they took that out of the theme song.
I know.
Anyway, it makes me sad. The Weekly Planet's never been better, though. I
That's
think
good.
they're like doing some of their best work they've ever done. There's a tips and bits for you. Go listen to The Weekly Planet.
There you
It's
go.
still my favorite podcast ever.
It's amazing.
Someday we're going to get James and Mason on the podcast.
Someday.
Someday. We'll have to record
Some
it.
days we'll get Snake Eye review.
We'll have to record it like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
though.
I'll do it.
So we can when I had Ben Russell on for the first time, and it was like
The 1 a.m. or something like
no, it was like 7 a.m. for me, and it was
that. Nightcap.
I don't
for him,
know
right?
like 9 p.m. for him.
Yeah.
And I'm drinking bourbon.
That's how you do it, bro.
But it was during the pandemic, and it was like
There was
no
no
rules.
time.
There were no rules, you
Time
know?
did not matter.
I mean, it was Saturday morning, so
Time
whatever.
did not matter.
Anyway, I'm in the holiday spirit. I was flipping through my channels on Sirius XM, and I realized that one of my pre-saved channels had switched over to a Christmas theme, holiday theme. And I had the soul music station,
Soul Man?
saved. No, and it had switched over to Holiday Soul, and it's amazing.
Nice.
It's Smokey Robinson's Holiday Soul music. Just fantastic.
Give us a good impression.
I will not.
Okay.
Because I am afraid I will get canceled.
No. But
I will do nothing of the
I will
sort.
say, when it comes to holiday music, I thoroughly enjoy older stuff as opposed to newer holiday songs
I agree.
or newer holiday covers. So
That being said, though, I've talked about this guy before. He's one of the hosts of Chuckle Sandwich, Jay Schlatt.
yeah,
He put out a Christmas album.
nice. Is it funny?
No, it's very
serious?
very earnest.
Oh.
It's very good too.
Ernest Saves Christmas?
No,
Oh, that's a great. I recommend that. Tips and bits.
yeah, it's good. It's called A Very 1999 Christmas, because that's when he was born.
Oh my God, I feel so old.
Yeah. He's 25.
Children.
Yeah. But it's good. Streaming everywhere. Schlatt's awesome. I want to have him on the podcast sometime too,
Yeah.
just because he's the weirdest internet personality, and he would be impossible to rein in
Right.
on the show.
Well, if you want to hear Perry try to rein me in a lot, you can go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. You can support the show, and at $5, you get all the bonus stuff. You get Pours from the Floor, which we did this week. You get Simply Irresistible. You get Pop Chico, Wow Wow, and you get the pregame chats.
In next week's pregame chats, we're going to do something different that we've never done before.
We're going to crunch.
We're going to do some crunching and munching.
On
We
each
actually
other.
might do a video version too for that, which we've never really done before.
Crunching and munching.
We're going to do an international chip flavor taste test.
Boy.
We've both kind of amassed a bunch of
Bad ones.
or
Some
good
are
ones.
bad. Some are bad.
Some are bad. I've got some gnarly ones.
Yeah.
But I just kind of wanted to do something
Let's do it.
different.
Well, you better tune in next week then.
Yeah. Patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast.
Yep. Do that. Get this episode uncut early. Join the Patreon through, join the Discord through being a part of the Patreon as well. And then get all the updates there. You can also go get some merch like Perry mentioned earlier, bourbonshop.threadless.com. We got the Christmas stuff on there. We got hats now. And then if you want to send us an email, you just like typing up emails, you want to ask us something or whatever, this is my bourbon shop
like emails.
at gmail.com. And then if you want to be part of the barrel ring, send us a picture of your collection, send us a text message, be a voicemail, be on the show, 859-428-8253. And then you can follow us on all social media. Follow the show as a whole at My Bourbon Pod. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. We also have a Facebook group if you want to go over there, answer some questions, and join that. And then all the stuff helps. Like, comment, subscribe, review, do all the stuff. Let us know what you think. Tell us something. Send us a message. You can also send samples or letters or anything to our P.O. Box. P.O. Box
22609 Lexington, Kentucky 40522.
There it is.
Just wanted to make sure we didn't have any new reviews. I don't think we do, but nope, we don't.
Well, maybe next week there'll be a review to read.
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to predict that kind of thing. But
Predictive analytics.
did you see my title for last week's Simply Irresistible?
Just trash, just garbage all the way down. Perfect.
'Cause that's what every sample that we had was last week on
That's what my
Simply
dad
Irresistible.
named me.
Anyway, that does it for this week's episode of This Is My Bourbon Podcast. We love y'all.
Love you.
Thank you so much for supporting the show and listening or watching. Stay safe. See you real soon. Until next time, I'm Perry,
I'm Eric.
and this is My Bourbon Podcast.
Stout you later.
Oh,
So stupid.
that sounded very harmful.
That was dumb.
Stout you later.
That was dumb.
Okay.
See y'all.
I've got too much going on business-wise.
Don't tell them.
It could have been Barney, like Barney. It's Barney's hair.
Bar.